Hey there, scary people, and welcome back to the One Scary Woman YouTube channel where we are getting ready to make some movies. Now, today's topic is copyright. So, all about copywriting that screenplay that at this point, hopefully, you've got done or you're working on it, wherever you are in this process. I want it to be on your radar that you have to get that script copywritten. So, I can basically sum up the gist of this video in just a few simple words: get it done, get the copyright. I want to walk you through a couple things that people tend to say or believe when it comes to having a work copywritten. And first and foremost, yes, it is true technically that as soon as you conceive of some kind of idea, that's your intellectual property. And on some ethereal level, you have that copyright. So they say the copyright technically is yours as soon as you conceive of it. However, that doesn't necessarily hold up in a court of law. So try to picture it from the court of law's point of view. You need to have something in hand to prove that that work is yours, should it come down to that, should you run into any sort of issue down the line. Because obviously, if someone else takes your script and beats you to the punch, gets that copyright before you, that's not going to look good. It's going to look like, okay, they have the copyright, that belongs to them. So I'm speaking, specifically to writers working in the United States of America who get their work copywritten with the Library of Congress. But I know a lot of other writers, even living in other countries, will still choose to get their work copywritten with Library of Congress, just because a lot of companies in the entertainment space, places that you might want to reach out to, partner with, sell your script to, a lot of them are based in the United States. So this is something to think about doing even if you are in another country. If you're in another country, though, let me just mention, definitely look into the rules, the guidelines in your own country, and make sure you also get your work copywritten, or whatever the process, whatever the terminology may be for where you live, to protect yourself in as many places, in as many ways as you possibly can. So one myth I definitely want to dispel is this myth that as long as you mail yourself the script in a sealed envelope and don't open up that envelope, that this will provide proof to the court that the script belonged to you. Because of course, if it's mailed, there's going to be a date on that envelope. I don't know if this worked like once upon a time or where exactly this originated. Maybe once upon a time this did work, but I can tell you that this is not something that works nowadays. So don't think if you just email this to yourself in a sealed envelope that you're good and you're covered. You're not. You need to get the formal copyright, again, from the Library of Congress. So this can take a little bit of doing on your part to go in and figure out the exact process. It's a process that I walk writers through in my Marketing Your Screenplay course, but it certainly is something that you can figure out and is worth taking the time, take an afternoon to get on that site and figure out how exactly to put that copyright through. And I'll be including links down below so that you can find that Library of Congress site and do what you need to do if you have not yet copywritten your script. Now, one other thing that I will mention, it is also possible to register your script with the Writers Guild of America, which may give you a certain level of protection. But again, I can't stress this enough. If it comes down to it, if you wind up in court over a certain idea, a certain script, the way it's been executed. So that's another quick thing to mention. You actually can't copyright an idea. You can only copyright the execution. So you do need that final finished script in hand so that you can upload it when you get that copyright, so that that script is officially copywritten. You can't just copyright the idea, unfortunately. But when you think about this, it's probably self-explanatory, because think about how many movies have the same basic idea, but the execution is very different. So Boy Meets Girl, could apply to unlimited scripts. Can't copyright the idea. Have to copyright the actual execution, the actual finished script. This is another reason why it is really good to have a finished script before you start to market or try to sell it or make any kind of deal. You want to have that script in hand. Now, going back to what started me down on that tangent, the Writers Guild of America. So yes, you can also register your script with the Writers Guild of America. And I often recommend doing this as well, only because it gives you something instantly. So when you go to copyright your script, if you register it with the Writers Guild of America instantly, in your email, you're going to get a certificate saying that you registered it. And if you are eager to start marketing that script or to start organizing and putting together your own film shoot, then at least you have something in hand instantly that gives you some degree of protection. However, it's not enough. Make sure you get the Library of Congress copyright as well, because again, if it comes down to it, if you wind up in court, that is all they're going to look for. If someone else holds that official copyright and you don't, you're going to be in trouble. Now, it can take up to 6 months sometimes to get that official copyright to go through, but it's retroactive to the day you filed it. So say I filed it today, I don't actually get the copyright for 6 months, but when I do, it's retroactive. It's effective as of today in case there was any sort of legal issue. All right, I know this can be a confusing topic. It can be a topic that people have a lot of questions about, so feel free to put any questions down in the chat. I will answer them to the best of my ability. And again, if you would like to get on the waiting list for the official marketing course to go over these kind of things in far more detail, you can shoot an email to the email address that's included in the comments down below. All right, have a wonderful day and happy writing.